Hey, Kev.
Hey, Dad.
What are you doing?
Just taking up the hem on Heather's dress.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, Dad, will you do me a favor and check my muffins?
Sure, killer.
Yeah, just stick a toothpick in one of them, and if it comes out clean, that means they're done.
Look, we never had that little man-to-man talk, did we, Kev?
Now, Dad, I'm doing this for school. I'm taking home ec.
You are?
Look, Dad, it's an easy A. Besides, it was either this or wood shop, and I need all my fingers for college.
Hey, Mom, I'm somebody famous. Tell me who I am.
Raymond Burr.
No, I'm William Howard Taft. For our President's Day pageant at school, remember?
All right. Gosh, you look wonderful, honey.
No, I don't. Nobody knows who I am, and even when I tell them, they don't know.
Well, President Taft. Home early from school?
Oh, you see, honey, Mr. Belvedere knows who you are.
He doesn't count. Mr. Belvedere knows everything.
That's true.
What's the matter, champ?
Wesley's a little upset about his President's Day pageant at school.
I got there late, and the only presidents left were Taft and Nixon, and Howie Huffnagel got to be Nixon because he sweats a lot.
Well, honey, we're very proud of you, no matter which president you are.
Yeah, cheer up, pal. You'll make George Washington next year.
I still might get to play Lincoln.
Oh, yeah?
You know my friend Danny O'Neill, the one you all like so much because he never does anything wrong? Well, he was supposed to play Lincoln, but his parents had to come and take him home.
Why?
He got caught with this stuff called AIDS.
AIDS?
Oh, my God.
Boy, he must really be in trouble.
Streaks on the china, never mattered before. Who cared when you drop-kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared, but sometimes things get turned around and no one spared. All hands look out below. There's a change in the status quo. Gonna need all the help that we can get. According to our new arrival, life is more than mere survival. We just might live the good life yet.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I understand. Okay, thank you very much. Goodbye.
So what'd the school say?
Danny's got AIDS. It seems he told some kids on the playground, and they got scared and told some other kids, and Danny's parents were called, and I guess they decided the best thing would be to keep him home until the doctors can evaluate his case.
Well, what's he doing with AIDS? I mean, he's just a kid.
George, I believe the boy is a hemophiliac.
So?
Apparently, he got some infected blood a couple of years ago.
Well, doesn't anybody test that stuff?
They do now.
What about Wesley? He thinks that getting AIDS is like being caught with chewing gum. What are we going to tell him?
I say make something up.
Hi, guys. I'm gonna go upstairs and do my homework now. See ya.
Hold it, Wes. There's something your mom and I'd like to talk to you about.
Is it serious?
I'm afraid so, honey.
Really? Serious?
Yeah, pal.
But I wasn't the one who wanted to play doctor. It was Holly Huffnagel's idea.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. What are you talking about?
About your friend Danny.
Listen, Wes, this AIDS thing you told us about. Do you know what that is?
Sure. I mean, it's real bad, and you get in real bad trouble if you get caught with it. Sort of like shoplifting.
That's pretty close. Wes, AIDS is a disease, and your friend is pretty sick.
Oh. So when's he gonna get better?
Nobody knows, champ.
Why not?
Well, Because the doctors haven't quite figured it all out yet. Do you understand?
You saying you might be sick for a whole week?
Maybe 2.
Boy, no school. Lucky duck. Hey guys. Hey Wes. Hey Wes. Hey Wesley. I heard you were getting to play President Lincoln now. Yeah. If you give me a bite of your cupcake, I'll free ya. I don't need you. I'm playing Jimmy Carter, so ha. The only reason you're getting to play Lincoln is because Danny got thrown out. Yeah, I know. Anyway, I'm going over to Danny's house later. You guys want to come? What's the matter? Are you crazy? Do you want to die too? What are you talking about? That AIDS stuff is the worst thing you could get. I mean, you just get sicker and sicker. And then your arms and legs start falling off. And then it's all over and you're dead. Now you're making all that up, Dennis. I am not. My mom told me, and she's a beautician. And my dad said to stay away from Danny, because you can catch it real easy. You can? Oh, yeah. You can get it by just touching somebody or drinking out of the same glass. A 6th grader told me you can get it just by talking on the phone. You guys are stupid. You're just saying that because you're Danny's friend. Yeah, you were his best friend. You guys did everything together. So? So you can have the rest of my cupcake. See ya.
Kevin, what are you doing?
I'm trying to make a swan out of ground beef.
Is that anything like trying to make a silk purse out of a sow's ear?
No, I'm using beef. Anyway, I've got to fix dinner tonight, and everyone's supposed to give me a grade.
So, what's on the menu?
Oh, we've got meatloaf and peas, mashed potatoes, tapioca pudding for dessert.
Is this your salute to airline food?
Kevin, look at me.
Hey, you look great. What happened to your skirt?
You hemmed it like this.
Whoops.
Hi, guys.
Hey, honey.
Where's Wes?
He's been upstairs taking a bath for over an hour.
Did he, say anything more about his friend Danny? Or about, you know, what he has?
You mean AIDS, Mom?
Thank you.
He hasn't said anything to me, but then I've been tied up.
Good evening, Mrs. Owens.
Ah, Mr. Belvedere. Will dinner be ready soon?
Personally, I think it was ready 20 minutes ago, but I'm not making it.
My meatloaf.
Hi, Mr. Belvedere.
Hello, Danny.
Is Wesley here?
Yes, come on in. Everyone, you remember Wesley's friend, Danny?
Oh, hi, Danny.
Hi, Mrs. Owens, Mr. Owens.
Hiya, champ. How's it going?
Well, I got AIDS, but other than that, I'm doing pretty good.
Wesley, your friend Danny's here.
Yeah, I see. Hi.
Hi.
Thought you were coming over today. Something happened. Oh, so was school. Okay, we had a substitute. They're getting me a tutor. At least until everybody figures out what to do with me. Neat. Don't they let you downstairs?
Wesley.
Anyway, this is for you. What is it? It's my Lincoln costume. You're playing him now, right? Yeah, right. See, it's got the coat and the big hat and the beard and everything. I don't want it. It's okay. My mom washed it. Just stay away from me.
Hey, Wes!
Leave me alone. Sorry.
I think we all handled that rather well.
What's the matter with that kid?
George, it's our fault.
Why? What did we do?
Nothing. I mean, Wesley had questions about Danny, and we just let him think everything was going to be okay. Now, I don't know what he's heard or where he's heard it, but obviously he's scared to death.
Well, we just got to talk to him and straighten everything out.
Is he gone?
Yeah, Wes, he went home.
He didn't touch anything, did he?
I don't believe so.
Good.
You know, Wes, that wasn't very nice the way you treated Danny just now.
So?
So I thought you guys were buddies.
We were, but I don't want to catch what he's got.
You're not going to.
That's not what my friends told me at school. I heard you can get it just by playing tag or swinging on the same swings.
Come on, Wes, you're talking dumb. I mean, you don't catch that stuff from just fooling around. I mean,
Wesley, what I think your father's trying to say is you don't catch AIDS by simply being around someone who has it. It requires a more intimate association.
You mean like dancing?
Honey, what I think Mr. Belvedere is trying to say is...
Wesley, what I think everybody is trying to say is the way you get AIDS is from sexual contact or using infected needles or getting contaminated blood products, which is how your friend Danny got it. You understand? I think so. Well, if you need to know anything else, I'll be upstairs.
you see, Champ, being around Danny's not going to make you sick.
So how come all the other kids' parents are acting so scared?
Well, sometimes grown-ups don't have all the facts, and they love their kids, and they get a little nervous.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, they worry because they know how kids are, you know, always roughhousing and getting little scratches and scrapes, sharing the same ice cream bar. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me and Danny did all that stuff.
You did?
Yeah. That's okay, isn't it?
Of course it is.
Yeah, sure it is, pal. Now, why don't you run on upstairs and hit that homework, huh?
Okay. Thanks for explaining everything to me. I think I feel better now.
I wish we did.
I don't believe this.
Problem, George?
There's not one thing on AIDS in this whole stupid encyclopedia.
George, this edition was printed in 1957.
Yeah, well, I should have planned ahead.
Look, we discussed all this and we agreed. Wesley's perfectly fine. There's nothing to be concerned about.
Hi, I'm back from the library.
You find anything out?
Yeah, I got a couple of real good things from the Department of Health. Look, it says right here that not one identified case of AIDS infection is known to have been transmitted in the school or daycare setting or through other casual person-to-person contact. And look, here it says, of the 229 cases of pediatric AIDS, there's not one instance of a child infecting his parents or siblings. And that's a family living together.
See? And you two were so worried.
Come on, Belvedere. You were just as worried as we were.
That's ridiculous.
I'll get it. Hello? Just a moment. Mr. Belvedere?
Yeah.
It's the Center for Disease Control in Atlanta. They're returning your call.
Tell him it's all right. I'm over my cold. Getting rid of the evidence?
You work your fingers to the bone, you try to make a decent meal for your family. They don't appreciate it.
I mean, that wasn't such a bad dinner. Just that we were all a bit preoccupied with Wesley and his friend.
Yeah, I know. It's just I take this dumb home ec class for the Easy A. Turns out it's just one more thing for me to screw up.
You'll do better.
What do you think I should do with the meatloaf?
Go deep.
Hey, Mr. Belvedere.
Hello, Wesley.
Here. It's a $5 bill.
Oh, thank you. Is this a gift? Or do I have to keep quiet about something?
No, see, there's a picture of Lincoln on it. I figured it might help you for when you're making my costume.
Oh. What's the matter with Danny's costume?
I just don't want it.
Now, Wesley, you've talked to your parents. You know there's nothing to be afraid of, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Then what's the problem?
I don't want to lose all my friends. I mean, Danny doesn't won't have any anymore. And if people find out I've been hanging around with him, pretty soon I won't have any either.
Wesley, you mustn't let what other people think
Hey,
or
I
say.
don't care what you say or do. I'm never going to see him again.
All right, Wesley. Up to you.
Anyway, I guess that means you're not going to make my costume, huh?
No. I'll take care of it.
You will?
Mm-hmm.
Gee, thanks.
I'm back.
Kevin, I have a little job for you.
Is this supposed to be a joke?
Well, if it isn't Honest Abe.
What's going on? I don't look like Lincoln. I look more like Soupy Sales.
All right, Wes. Looks pretty good.
An excellent job, Kevin. Just what I had in mind.
Thanks, Mr. Belvedere. Sharp.
You let him make my costume?
It seemed the thing to do.
Mr. Belvedere, it's terrible.
Oh, now, Wesley, let's not be hasty. As far as I'm concerned, you can't tell a thing without the hat. There. Perfect.
Lincoln would never wear a hat like this.
He would in Tijuana.
Mr. Belvedere, my pageant's in 2 hours. Where am I going to get a real costume?
I don't know. There must be one someplace.
Hi. Came around back like you said. I don't think anybody saw me. Good. Anyway, here it is. Thanks. Hope it fits okay. Don't worry. Well, I'd like to stay, but I really should get going. Bye. It was nice being your friend. Look, I don't like doing this, but I gotta watch out for myself. Anyway, don't get mad at me. It's not my fault you got AIDS. It's not my fault either. Anyway, you better get ready for your pageant. Be a good Lincoln. Hey, wait. Yeah? Wanna come? Huh? Come where? You know, to the pageant. I'm not allowed. We'll sneak in. Just like that time at the movies when we snuck out of Bambi and saw Porky's. Yeah! Hello, I'm Franklin Pierce, the 14th President of the United States. I served from 1853 to 1857. Among my significant achievements was opening diplomatic relations and trade with Japan.
There must be some steel workers in the crowd.
Did we miss anything?
Just the first 14 presidents.
Oh, good.
I'm James Buchanan. I was the 15th President of the United States. I was the first president to receive a telegraphic message by underwater cable. I never married. But I'm sure I dated.
Wesley's next.
I know that.
Hello, I'm Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. In 1863, I signed the Emancipation Proclamation because I believed in freedom and dignity for all men, and that's why I wrote this speech. 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation. Wait a minute, I can't do this. This is Danny O'Neill, and he was supposed to play Lincoln, but he couldn't because he's got AIDS. Hey, what are you doing out here?
Dennis, get away from him.
Hey, what's wrong with you people? He's not gonna hurt you. Besides, he feels bad enough without everybody trying to make him feel worse.
You have anything to do with this?
I'd like to think so.
Anyway, now Danny's gonna do the Gettysburg Address, and everybody's gonna listen. Go ahead, Danny. What's the matter? I don't know the Gettysburg Address. But I remember something else Abraham Lincoln said before he was president. And I guess I remember it real good. Because sometimes I kind of feel the same way. If the good people, in their wisdom, shall see fit to keep me in the background, I have been too familiar with disappointments to be very much chagrined. Thank you. Okay, let's go. You go ahead. I just want to sit here for a minute. Oh, okay. I'll sit with you. Kind of feels like we're out fishing. Yeah. You know, we could really go if you like. I could get my dad to take us. I've never been fishing. You haven't? Hey, I got an idea. We can make a list of all the stuff you've never done and then go and do it. That's an awful lot of stuff, Wesley. I don't know if I'll have time to do it all. What do you mean?
Wesley, Danny, everyone's waiting in the car.
Oh, okay. We better go. I've never been to Gettysburg. Oh, yeah? Being Lincoln's, I think maybe we should go. Yeah, it's great there. I mean, we can go around and look for old bullets and sit on the cannons, and you'll be the North and I'll be the South. Sure you won't be afraid to do all that stuff with me? Why should I be? You're my friend. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Belvedere.
It was worth it. I'm just back from Gettysburg. Danny and Wesley had a wonderful day. Then insisted we swing by Funland in Harrisburg. After all, it's only 70 miles in the wrong direction. But it was worth it. Because we all got to break the world's record for most consecutive turns on the tilt-a-whirl. According to Wesley and Danny, they now only have 2,763 more things to do. I suppose at this point, I should write something profound about life and death. Do you know something? I'm really not in the mood.
And I thought we could talk her around to our way of thinking.
Solitary will soften her up.
Close, she almost killed us.
Trouble is she hasn't got the brains to know when to use her muscle to advantage. A little guiding hand by the right person is what's needed.
And you're volunteering.
If I think it's necessary.
Well, I think it's unwise. Her temper can't be trusted. Any provocation she could turn on us.
Not losing your nerve, are you? Maybe I should put by a little insurance.
Come on, get to the point.
Our little rackets, we're doing nicely, aren't we?
So?
So I want a fair share.
I wondered how long it would take you. Well, the cut stays the same, 50-50, straight down the middle.
That's not enough.
That's all you're getting.
You'd Listen to me, Stevens. You may think you've got it over the other women, but you are no match for me. 60-40 or nothing.
Then it's nothing. I don't need you anymore.
You just made a very dangerous decision, Stevens. Interesting to see how you get by without my protection.
But you just said yourself, I already have the women on my side.
We'll see about that, Stevens.
Ta-da! Hey, that looks great.
You really have outdone yourself.
Well, I had to after I saw what you were cooking up.
Oh.
I'll make some girl a great husband one day, wouldn't I, Mum? Hey, did Meg tell you I'm getting married in a couple of days? Hey, it is catching. Congratulations, mate.
Thanks, mate. Look, I'm having a bit of a bucks turn tomorrow night. Perhaps you'd like to come.
Oh, sure, yeah. Oh, that's, of course, if Jen hasn't organised something.
Well, give me a call and I'll pick you up.
Great. Actually, I was supposed to meet her about 15 minutes ago. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to fly. Look, I hate to run out like this, but well, we did organise it yesterday. I'll tell Jen hello for you, okay? Yes. Nice to meet you, Scott. I'll give you a buzz tomorrow about the party.
Okay, mate. Oh, I wish I could tell him all about that girl without all this pretense.
Well, Marty seems pretty sensitive. I can understand why you haven't told him already.
Probably never forgive me no matter how I go about it.
It's not too late to call it off.
Oh, I'm sorry, Scott. I ask for your help and... No. For Marty's sake, I've got to go through with it.
Now, what would you like to do?
Scotch and soda, please.
Hello, Randy. You're looking extremely attractive tonight.
Hello, John Golding.
Life's treating you well.
Just fine, thank you.
Look, Randy, I'm glad I ran into you. I've got a business client coming over from Perth the next day or two. It'd be a great favour if you could put him on your guest list.
Of course, John. Any friend of yours and all that.
Thanks, love. I'll be in touch.
And there we go. Thank you. Who was that, mate?
Oh, just a friend of my father's.
Oh, fun of the people you meet when you least expect it, isn't it?
Isn't it? I've been missing you.
Yeah, me too. I ran out on a dinner party at Mum's to see you.
She wasn't upset.
Oh, Mum? No, never. Oh, she sends her regards.
I hope she meant it. I just can't understand why she took such a dislike to me.
Oh, well, that's all changed now since you had lunch together. Then again, you'd win anyone over. No, once she gets to know you a bit better, she's going to love you just as much as I do.
Don't make a meal of it, Hunt. I haven't got all day.
Going as fast as I can.
I'm not impressed.
Look, me head hurts.
Oh, that's a pity, because I expected you to be back on deck straight away.
I'm hardly out of hospital. How did I get my name down for something while I've been in here?
Not talking about ordinary duties. You've got more important things to do. Hey, like selling numbers and collecting money.
Give me a break, will you? I don't want to put the fangs into me mate straight away. Why can't Sonia do it?
Forget Stevens. She's out of the game. Don't start asking questions because you won't get any answers. All you need to know is that I'm giving the orders now. Do I make myself clear?
Yeah, but don't expect me to go near that Cass Parker dame again.
You'll do as you're told. Because if you don't, I'll be in charge of the beating next time. And you won't be so lucky.
Well, are we ready, Phyllis?
All right, Hunt. Give your answer. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Hello. Glad you decided to see me.
Sorry about all that.
Everyone at the house has been asking about you.
Really? And how is everyone?
Oh, fine, fine. Oh, young Rosemary, she went back home with her intended.
You're kidding. Is she getting married, is she?
Yeah. Yeah, nice bloke. Oh, a bit rushed, but I reckon I'll make a go of it.
Well, that's really good news, you know. It's the best news I've heard for a while.
Makes up for all the ones that didn't make it.
Mrs. Morris tells me that they're going to appoint a new head of the house, huh?
I had to do it, you. That place needs a woman. I found that out the hard way.
Yeah, well, she said some of them were trying it on.
It's just one or two. Now, Kelly, for instance. Oh, I'm practically tucked up in bed and she asked to join me.
Oh, she's a stupid cow, isn't she?
Trouble is, I couldn't put her down to my incredible personality. She wanted a few favours in return.
So who's going to get the job?
Mrs. Dobbs, that's all I know.
Well, they didn't waste any time, did they? I'll tell you one thing, I hope she knows what she's doing, because those kids are...
I'll still be around, Mother. I'll keep an eye on things, you know? I think it'll work out. Anyway, it's not going to be long till you're back with us, is it?
Yeah.
This is going to be delicious. Doesn't look much like a wedding cake to me.
It isn't finished yet, you silly galoot. You just wait till we get the icing on and then it'll look really professional.
I had a lovely wedding cake once. It was in 3 tiers and it had cupids and ribbons and rosebuds and you could move the little arms and the bride and groom on top.
Well, this isn't going to have any cupids and rosebuds, but you just wait till it's finished. It'll be bloody bonza, don't you worry.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lizzie. I didn't mean to say that this one wasn't going to be as nice.
Of course you didn't. Well, bring it up here, love, and let's put the icing on it. Oh, get out of our way, will you? We're working.
Okay, don't get off the
Now, watch out for that wet floor. Oh, good. Quick, put it on the plate.
You need a bloody shovel.
Oh, shut up, you. It's not as bad as all that.
I'm sorry, Lizzie. What are we going to do?
Oh, I don't know, but I'll fix it somehow.
Oh, look, we could stick it together with bits of jam.
I'll do it, don't worry. Just none of you buggers mention anything to anybody what happened.
Oh, we won't mention a word.
Well, it'll come up really well, you see. Oh, here.
Hi. Got time for an old reprobate like me?
Hello?
Just been to see Judy.
How is she?
Down. Telling her that the department's appointed a replacement didn't help either.
Already? Hell, that was quick.
Yeah, I hope they gave it some thought and didn't just pull a name out of a hat.
Oh, I'm sure they'd know what was required. Obviously, they had someone waiting in the wings.
Yeah. Well, I hope this Mrs. Dobbs knows what she's letting herself in for.
Dobbs? Eunice Dobbs?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Then you've got nothing to worry about. I remember her from child welfare. She's perfect for the job.
You mean we've struck the jackpot?
You certainly have. She's got a great sense of humour, but she's no fool.
Ah, that's a load off my mind. Wish I could tell Jude. Make her feel a lot better.
I'll make sure she hears.
Where would I be without you?
You'd manage. In fact, you may manage very nicely once Eunice Dobbs moves in.
Good looker, is she?
Very.
One at a time's enough for this bloke. I couldn't possibly fit her in.
Well, we haven't got much time left and there's still oodles of things to do.
Put that mess away.
Oh, but Miss Ferguson...
We've got permission to do it in our free time.
This isn't your free time, Roberts. You're supposed to be getting ready for lunch.
But we'll never get it finished if we don't use every spare minute, Miss Ferguson.
Don't break my heart, Mason. Just put that junk in the cupboard.
It's not... Shut.
Don't mind her, Pixie. She just hates seeing people enjoying themselves.
That goes for you too, Stevens. Or are you too good to soil your hands?
But this little charade has nothing to do with me.
That's beside the point. I just gave you an order. Now jump to it.
All right, Miss Ferguson?
If you insist. I insist.
All right, you heard the lady. Clean up.
Up yours.
Listen, Hunt. You still work for me, and while you're getting a cut, you do as I tell you.
Not anymore. You're nothing without the freak. You have to do your own dirty work from now on.
G'day, Sonia. What's new?
You're on kitchen duty today, aren't you?
Yeah, what's luck?
Then I want you to do me a favour. Get me some bottles, jars, anything that's made of glass.
That depends. What do I get out of it?
Oh, don't worry, you get paid. Okay. What are you going to do with them? Breed tadpoles?
That's my business, Harvey.
Oh. What's got up her?
Well, I don't know, Petra. If you think we should. She saw what happened in the rec room. She'll realise it's a good time. I hope so.
Hi, Judy. Do you mind?
Things are really interesting in the recreation room, aren't they?
I wonder what Sonia's done wrong to upset Miss Ferguson like that. Well, it doesn't take much to have the freak turn against you.
A perfect time for a takeover bid while they're fighting amongst themselves.
Yes, why don't you have a go, Judy?
Because I'm not interested.
Oh, but you were so good at running things in Driscoll House.
And you know these women, Judy, they listen to you.
Look, forget it, will you?
And things are going to get worse and worse.
I said to forget it. I got enough problems of my own, okay?
Oh, Judy,
lay off me, will you, Pixie?
Just keep your voice down, Bryant. This isn't your home for terminal dropouts, you know.
Whatever you say, Miss Ferguson, you're the boss. Now that's one for the books, isn't it? A top dog in a Screw's uniform.
I'm glad you realise it, Bryant. Just make sure your two dummies remember it, too.
What's the matter, lad?
No, it's been ages threading this silly thing.
You probably need some stronger cotton. I'll see if we've got some.
Okay. What do you think about the cake visit? Do you think it'll be all right?
Bugger if I know. We haven't got time to make another one, so we just have to hope for the best.
Here, made to order.
Oh, Jude, like to give us a hand, love?
Oh, not just now, Lizzie.
What's wrong with her? Try to be nice. Even after all she's done, and she treats us as if there was something wrong with us.
Don't be so hard on her, Lizzie.
Oh, it's probably our fault. We asked her to take over as top dog, and Miss Ferguson got nasty about it.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter now, because when Cass gets back, we'll... Oh, speak of the devil.
You just try and stay out of trouble, right? Oh, yes, Mrs. Morris, I'll be real good. Oh, thanks, Mrs. Morris.
Wait for it.
Oh, good day, Phil. Look, I just wanted to say I'm real sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you.
Yeah, well, I don't really...
Like to buy a couple of numbers, just to show we're mates again?
Yeah, all right. And I'll get them for you later. I can't be fagged now.
Oh, that's okay. Whatever you say.
Be nice.
See you later.
I'll get it. Yes, can I help you?
Mr. Wallace, I'm Mrs. Dodds. Well, can I come in?
Oh, yes, of course. You, are from the department?
That is correct. So, this is Driscoll House.
None other. Well, come along, Eunice. I'll introduce you to the other residents.
I beg your pardon. My given name is Alice, not Eunice. But of course you will address me as Mrs. Dodds, as will the women.
I'm sorry, I thought that
Yes, clearly. There's been a lot of misunderstanding in the department about the names, but I can assure you, Eunice Dobbs and I are not at all alike.
Yes, well...
Now, I want to see the records held on the residents here, and then I shall address them en masse, as it were. You'll see to it.
Whatever you say. Please, just come this way.
Come on, hon. You've got better things to do with your time.
Yeah, I was just getting round to it.
No time like the present. And make sure Stevens buys. I think that'd be a very nice gesture on her part, don't you?
Yes. Okay, you lot, let's have you.
Don't forget me, Phyllis, me lucky number 6.
Where is cash, show us your money.
makes me sick. I think she's damn good.
But maybe she's trying to surprise her again like last time.
Yeah.
Okay, Pixie, it's a lucky day for you. I'm going to give you 2 for the price of 1.
Oh, but I can't because, well, I'm saving up to buy Petra a wedding present.
Good one. When your numbers come up, you'll be able to get her to work.
But I haven't got any money on me.
No worries. Pay me later.
But that's so unfair.
Don't worry, she'll get hers.
Okay, Madam Lesh. Cough up.
Well, if it isn't the Avon lady. Such a subtle sales technique, huh?
You heard the freak. Pay her.
And if I don't choose?
You was pretty keen on us buying them when you was running it.
So it's a seller's market.
You made people buy them when they didn't want them, so now it's your turn.
Give it to her, love.
Such a sorry lot you all are. You'll have to do better than that, Cass.
Now you're being rude to me friends,
Cass,
too.
I'll put you in solitary.
Oh, Pixie, look what you've done.
Oh, Lizzie, I didn't hurt her, did I?
Oh, what do you think?
Somebody call an officer.
Oh, gee, she's not there, is she?
No, she's all right, but for God's sake, get an officer.
What's happened?
Oh, she was standing up 1 minute, Mrs. M, and the next minute she was down on the floor. What's going on?
Oh, it's awful, Mrs. M.
I just... She tripped over all that stuff.
Right. Ruth, Petra, come on, help me get her out. Get her to the doctor.
You should have let me tell her what happened, Lizzie. I ought to be punished. Poor little...
I'm with you there, Cass. You ought to be locked up where it's safe.
Shut up, it was an accident.
Some accident.
Come on, love, don't take any notice.
Lizzie, you see now why I can't go for top dog. I just do me stack. I'm all wrong.
Don't let it get you down. We'll think of something.
We seem to be one short.
Jilly Hayes, she's out job hunting.
Oh, I see. Well, I'll get to her later. Now, I've had some discussions about what might loosely be called the routine of this household. Quite frankly, I am appalled. But from now on, women specified to a specific duty will perform only that duty. It will be performed at the time specified and with a minimum of fuss and noise. There will be no bad language, and if any of you wants to have visitors, they'll have to be approved by me first.
We never had to do that before.
That's enough.
You don't think you're being a little bit strict, do you, Mrs. Dodds?
Well, it is up to me, wouldn't you say? The department ruling on Driscoll House is quite clear. Smarten up or close down. And while the department appreciates that Miss Bryant possibly meant well, she was clearly not competent to run an establishment of this nature. Now, I think we can rest assured the Bryant experiment will not be repeated.
That's not fair. Judy done a good job. Things work real well here. The way you're talking, we may as well be back inside.
These changes are for your own good, not mine. And just you remember, Kelly, is it?
Yeah?
Yes, Mrs. Dodds.
Yes, Mrs. Dodds.
Just remember, Kelly, you're not the only ones to benefit from this halfway house. We must preserve it as a haven for all those who follow you. Now, if you're not happy with the changes, you can find alternative accommodation. Come on, ladies, don't dawdle.
Mrs. Morris, how's Pixie?
She has mild concussion. She has to stay in bed.
Keep up the good work, Blackie. Good to see the opposition kept in line. Take it quick.
What are you going to do?
Just keep watch.
What are you doing that for?
Will you shut the door and keep watch?
Pack it in, I'll be down on us like a ton of bricks. What the hell are you doing?
Just a surprise for a very special friend.
Yeah, a couple of the guys fixed me up for a snake class chick for tonight.
I'm shocked, you know that. Talking dirty, you being a doctor and all. Don't worry, mate. I won't dob you.
My word against yours anyway. And who believes a sailor's yarn?
Honestly, so I can go to the wedding and tell everybody about this fantastic pro and no one's going to believe me.
You two and your bloody history. This will put lead in your pencil.
I reckon you'll need it, especially tonight.
Rex, this is Marty Jackson. Marty Jackson, Rex, my best man.
Nice to meet you. Listen, I gotta go. Jimbo's at the clothes station. And the kids are wanting to take his clothes off.
What an animal. What a sobering thought that'd be.
This is really a great party. I'm really glad I came.
I'm glad you could make it. Listen, I think a couple of the guys have got something special lined up for me, so I think I'm going to slip out quietly.
But why? It could be interesting. Maybe a babe's going to jump out of a birthday cake and you're going to lick off the icing.
That's what I mean, I'm not into icing.
Yeah, but what about the cake underneath?
That's what I got waiting for me right here. Listen, I'm going to phone her right now. Do you want to come and listen?
Then again, you never know.
Hey! Who polished this bloody floor? Come on, you mongrel. G'day, how's chicks? When'd you check in?
Today?
We must have missed each other. I'm Julie Hayes. Been playing up a bit tonight.
That's obvious. Now, I think we better get a few things sorted out. I am Mrs. Dodds, the new administrator of Driscoll House, and you are late in and a drunken disgrace.
Right on. You win first prize.
There are rules here. It's time you learn them.
I'm a slow learner, Mrs. Dobbs.
Dodds.
Dibs, Dobbs, who gives this stuff? I live how I want to live. No bars, no screws, none of that crap anymore. So butt out, lady.
You have been warned, Hayes.
Don't you call me Hayes, you bitch. Oh, bugger you, Beryl. If you're here, I'm not.
No matter where you go, Hayes, there's going to be rules.
Not in the beds I've slept in, love.
Okay, I'll be right there.
It's got to be. They fixed it up.
You really going to get through with it? Yeah, might never get the chance again.
Hello. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh, that's all right. Look, some friends of mine made an appointment for me, and they told me to give you a ring tonight.
I see, and what was the name?
Collins?
Oh, Mr. Collins, I've been expecting you.
Look, do you mind if I bring a friend over? He's from out of town and he's a bit lonely.
Sounds like fun. Only the price goes up, naturally.
Naturally.
It'll be $500 all up.
All right. Should be able, mate. What do you say? Oh, come on. What about Jen? What about Petra? Right, we'll be over in 20 minutes.
Good. I'm looking forward to seeing you. And tell your friend I love to make strangers feel welcome in that very special way.
What was that again?
I said I love making strangers feel welcome in a very special way.
Right.
I'll just come along for the ride, okay? I'm just not into threesomes. That's not my scene, okay?
Right, just meet the lady, okay? You don't have to stay.
Wow. This is a turn up for the books. Looks like good things can come out of Wentworth.
Aye. Look, I hope you don't mind, but I'd like you to meet my friend. Marty Jackson, this is Randy Goodlove.
You bastard. You rotten bastard.
Now, wait, hold on. Now, wait a minute. Now, why?
Randy's quite well known, Marty, especially around Wentworth.
You that screw bitch Morissette this afternoon.
got your heads together and worked the whole thing out.
Stop it. Why are you doing this?
What do you think?
Marty!
Get the hell out of here, both of you.
Hey, Marty!
Sorry about the time.
Where's
Nick,
Matt?
I don't know. He ran off. It wasn't very pleasant.
God, I'm scared this was going to happen.
Look, don't worry. He's probably someplace drowning his
Oh,
sorrows.
what have I done?
It's not your fault. You had to do it.
He's probably gone back to the ship. If only I could explain.
Look, why don't you sit down and try and relax her? I'll make you a cup of tea, okay? And he'll be back soon, and then you can explain it to him.
Hunt, get the lead out.
Morning, Phyllis.
Come on, come on. Don't dawdle.
Something on my foot, Mrs. Powell.
Come on, hurry it up. You too, Hunt.
You look tired, Phyllis. Didn't you sleep well last night?
What do you reckon? Someone put broken glass in your bed.
Oh, dear. Any idea who it was?
Yeah.
Then you'd better cooperate with me, hadn't you? We can't let people do things like that to you. You could get seriously hurt.
Freak told me to keep clear of you. I'm not going to get her giving me a hard time.
But I can make it even harder.
Oh.
Joan Ferguson's not here all the time. I am, do you understand?
Yeah, I'll work for him. Just don't tell the freak, that's all.
You can trust me, Phyllis.
Oh.
Are you all right? You lousy bitch. Why did you have to interfere in my life? Maybe you like buggering up men's lives. There's no bloody wonder Bob left. I hope you're happy now.
Marty, it was the hardest thing I've ever had to face. I didn't know what to do.
Well, you could have told me straight out.
You wouldn't have believed me.
Bull.
You wouldn't have, and Randy knew that.
Couldn't have. She wasn't like that. Oh, I don't know anymore.
Marty, listen to me. Randy said that I would lose you as a son, whether she married you or whether I exposed her. Now, I went along with that for your sake. Now, I know you had a... God.
Concussion will give you headaches for a while, Pixie, but nothing too serious.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Collins. I feel so much better with someone I can trust.
Oh, hey, g'day, Pix.
Oh, easy, Parker. We don't want Mason staying here any longer than she has to.
Sorry, Mrs. Powell. Hey, how you feeling, Pix?
Oh, much better, thanks, Cass, although sometimes things are a bit of a blur.
Oh, Pix, I'm real sorry. Look, I'll make it up
That's
to you.
all right, Cass. I can make my own bed. I'm not that sick.
Come on, Parker. Let's go.
Well, I'll see you later, Cass. Wait till you see what I'm wearing this afternoon.
I'm sorry, Pixie, but you're not leaving that bed.
But I'm the bridesmaid. I can't miss out on the wedding. I simply can't.
Well, you heard Mason.
You must rest, Pixie. It's a precaution.
Oh, please, Doc. I mean, look, she's done such a grouse job on the canopy and everything.
And the cake and my dress. Oh, Dr. Collins, please. I promised Petra I'd help her.
I'm sorry, Pixie.
Oh!
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Wallace.
How was your first night?
Oh, okay, quite well, thank you. I've been going over the staff schedules.
Oh, no, don't worry about that. I've got my routine all worked out.
That's all going to change, Mr. Wallace. From now on, I'll be looking after most of this. Of course, fixing drains, etc. will have to be your area.
Now, hang on a minute, Mrs. Dodds. I've got a few...
Look at his Godzilla and a little dragon slayer.
What's with you all of a sudden?
Oh, haven't you heard? I'm not good enough to stay here. Just came back to pick up my stuff.
You left of your own free will, if you recall.
As I recall, lady, you came the heavy just because I came home a bit smashed.
Precisely. Well, you're quite welcome to stay here, provided you follow the rules. They're posted up now in every room, so there can be no excuse.
You're off your head, dearie. I'm not about to join a bloody convent.
Look, I don't want to interfere, but don't you think you should go a little bit easy until you get the women's trust?
That could take all year. I'm here to run this halfway house the way it should be run, not worry about popularity polls. And if people feel they can't obey the rules, whether they're residents or employees, they're perfectly free to leave.
Marty? I have to go now.
Mum? Sorry I went off at you like I did.
I'm just so sorry it had to happen.
I loved her, Mum. I really loved her.
What are you going to be like when you become a father?
I'm surprised. I thought it was only the bride that suffered from pre-wedding nerves.
But he's giving up his freedom, Mrs. Reynolds. That's not something we men do easily.
Ah, just in time to toast the groom.
Good, thank you. How is the groom feeling?
Well, would you believe me if I said I was feeling a little nervous?
To the passing of freedom. Oh, sorry, did you want to see me about something?
Yeah, well, actually, I'm on my usual mission of mercy. Pixie Mason said she will surely die if she can't get to the ceremony this afternoon.
Yes, well, she has put a lot of effort into the preparations. Shame she couldn't get permission.
I suppose it's a bit like telling a child there's no Easter bunny.
All right, I surrender. She'll have to get her a chair.
I don't think she'll complain about that. Do you, Mrs. Powell?
I'm sure she'll hate the attention. I'll let her know. Oh, Scott, by the way, Meg said to tell you that Marty's over his hangover.
Great. Well, another toast.
You look as dull as dishwater. But you got nothing to touch yourself up with?
Oh, I don't need nothing, honest.
There. Pink suits you better than that. Just don't bugger it up, okay?
Oh, yeah. Oh, Ruth, thanks. It's lovely.
Shush, everybody! I want to make a speech. Now, here we have a lovely little bride. Yeah. It isn't often we see anything lovely in this rotten dump. So, here's a little present for you, Petra. From us all. We all dubbed in. And you're a lovely little kid. God bless you.
Thank you, Lizzie. And thank you, everyone else. The things you've done just to make this such a special day. I don't know how I could ever repay you.
Let the doc make house calls.
Come on.
Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you very much.
Lizzie? Got the bridesmaid bouquet?
Oh, yeah. Do you mind very much if I don't go to the wedding? I don't feel up to it today. That's okay, Jim. I understand.
Yeah, she's
Just
worked
want
so
you to know
hard,
that,
hasn't she?
well, I wish you and Scott the very best.
Why don't you stop your rabbiting and you can go and see her in the garden?
Fair dinkum.
Dinkum.
Hey, everybody, did you hear that? Pixie's waiting for us in the garden. So, here it is, your bouquet. And just let me straighten you all out before you go out in the garden.
And vowing to each other that you will always cherish that oneness, and yet encourage individuality, so that each may grow uniquely loving, and so more understanding.
Isn't it beautiful? They reckon they made that
Quiet,
themselves.
Lizzie, the best part's to come.
And now, do we have the ring?
Let this unbroken circle be a symbol of our everlasting love for each other.
I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Stevens, how are you getting by on your own?
I'm managing nicely, thank you. What's the matter?
Get out and stay out.
Hold it, Hunt! I wouldn't let your feet carry you any further. Now get out and stay out.
You still haven't learned, have you, Stevens?
We're really wasting our energies. I think we'd work much better together. Agreed?
With a 60-40 cut in my favour.
There's no choice, is there?
All right, then. That'll be Friday, 3:30. Thanks, Mrs. Franklin. Oh, good afternoon. Can I help you?
Yes. Though from what I just saw outside, I'm beginning to wonder if I'm in the right place.
People generally have only one view of prisons. I'm glad to say it's not quite as bad as they think.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. The reason I'm here is that I've been led to believe you have an inmate by the name of Elizabeth Birdsworth.
Yes, that's correct.
Good. I'd like to see her, if I may. It's a matter of urgency.
Officer Brown, would you go out and get Lizzie, please? If you'd just like to sign that book over there, take a seat. Be a few minutes.
Thank you.
Obviously, a lot of work went into it. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Scotland is so happy now.
Come on, you two. Everybody's waiting. We've got to cut the cake.
It looks so lovely, Lizzie. I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah. Well, hurry it up and get it over.
What happened, Lizzie? You forget the eggs?
Yeah. I reckon I might have had an accident, Mrs. Reynolds, but it'll still taste really good. Rightio, everybody. It's time to throw the flowers, but wait there till I get...
Oh, excuse me. She can't see me. Excuse me.
You're right, Lizzie. It tastes wonderful. If I didn't know better, I'd swear it had brandy in it.
Yeah. My own special preservative, Mrs. Reynolds. Cook's secret. Arthur Charlton? I don't know anyone called Arthur. He didn't say anything else, did he, Miss Tim? No, just that it was important. Well, it better bloody be, because I'm missing a good turn out there.
Mrs. Birdsworth, Mr. Charlton?
Not one of those bloody reporters, are you?
No, Mrs. Birdsworth. You are Elizabeth Josephine Birdsworth.
Yeah, why?
Well, this may come as a bit of a shock to you, but I'm your son.
Grow. The pure-blooded Saiyan's hair does not change from the day we are born.
Don't know what you're making that noise for. I haven't done anything yet. Hello and welcome to the TV Birth Review of the Year. Breakdancing flies on grime fighters. I'm busting saloons. Jamie Oliver in drag and on the pull on economy gastronomy.
Think Italian, think sexy, think young.
And rat catchers unfamiliar with what a rat looks like on the Rat Pack.
Charlie smelt something behind the fridge.
Yeah, I've got a dead rat. All right, get him out. Touch it.
That's a dog. It's a dog! So, what was Delia Smith up to this Christmas?
I have to say I've never in my life ever had a dry turkey.
Must be the HRT. No. Of course not. This was Delia's classic Christmas, in which she took us through step by step how to prepare a good old Christmas din-din.
But first, let's just hear the sounds of Christmas. It's the crunch as you bite into pastry. It's the sound of something sizzling in the oven.
And the sound of the kids fighting. You and your wife arguing over the remote control. And then blowing off.
Now I'm going to turn the heat off and add a little bit more butter. Then I'm going to add double cream, and we don't have it every day.
I do. I have cream every single day. Single cream, double cream, whipped cream, clotted cream. Even though I'm allergic to cream. Yes, Delia took great delight in showing us how to cook a Christmas pudding and had a rather novel place to store it.
You need to store it in a cool, dark place, and that could be either in a cupboard or even under the bed in a cool, unheated room. Christmas pudding actually keeps for years, so why not make 2 and have one next year?
Yum yum Christmas pudding.
So that was Christmas, but the year started with spring, and therefore Spring Watch. And what I love about Spring Watch is the stuff you can learn from the experts.
That's not a badger there, that's a cat.
The stuff you can learn from the experts. But of course, you can always rely on my favourite presenter, Simon King.
Most of us will have had a brush with the wild at some point in our past. You've maybe been walking through a city centre and seen a fox in the small hours of the morning, or perhaps a bird has flown into your living room.
Draft. That's Simon King, though. It's almost as if he can talk to the animals.
These are skulking birds by nature, and even though their call carries a long way, they keep hidden. But you can bring them out into the open by pretending to be a cuckoo yourself. You can get hold of one of these specially made cuckoo whistles for the job. Which are excellent. But personally, I prefer to use the falsetto part of my voice, like this.
Oh, let's see if I can do that. Yeah, that's quite easy. Actually, let's see if I can do the blackbird. John and Edward. Simon introduced us to a gentleman who'd made his own insect version of EastEnders.
Patrick is mad about mini beasts. So he's put aside this square metre of his garden purely for the enjoyment of the tiny residents, giving him an intimate view of their busy lives.
One year there was a grasshopper in the square. I saw it every day.
It's Insect EastEnders. Insect EastEnders, like it. And if there were any flies about, Phil Mitchell would catch them in his mouth. Charlie Slater's a big lad. Yes, the reason Charlie's so big is the food down at the Slater's place with head chef Gene.
But this is your time, Charlie. Our time.
You're right. Jean's going to cook us a farewell dinner. Now, we wouldn't want to spoil her sausage surprise, would we?
Jean's sausage surprise. I can't wait. But what's the surprise?
Sausage surprise!
Yeah, Jean did me a batch. Oh, let's have a... That's why she calls it a sausage surprise, I suppose. Get off my gravy! That's it. Which brings us to our squeakiest door of the year. The squeakiest door of the year.
Watch yourself by the door.
Earlier in the year, it was lovely to see Miss Joanna Lumley back on our screens.
Right under our noses, in our homes, cities and towns, on our sofas and laps, a quiet invasion has been taking place.
Of Gurkhas. Of course not. On your side, guys. You can hide in my house. Now, Lumley was talking, of course, about cats in Joanna Lumley, Catwoman. So, you're a cat lover, Joanna. How many cats you got?
And it begins with a confession. We don't have a cat.
You've been telling us next you don't like Gurkhas either. Jo's first stop was Egypt, where she learnt the Egyptian word for cat.
What's the Egyptian word for cat?
Meow.
Meow. That's easy to remember. Yeah. Actually, I went to a zoo in Cairo. Yeah, I saw all sorts of animals. I saw a meow, obviously. I saw a roar. I saw a bar. And then onto the birdhouse, where I saw one of them. Thanks, Simon. From Egypt to Tokyo, where Jo met up with a lady who makes outfits for cats.
And I think Prynne is remarkable, don't you think?
Yes.
Tranquil and very beautiful. Good girl. It must be so strange being slightly deaf inside a pink rabbit.
Somebody say something. So, what was the big story of the year on Emmerdale?
He's been using me antimacassar as a dirty rag.
Yes. Don't tell her, but I've been using a shawl as a chamois. Sadly, I'm afraid to say, looking at his cupboard, Andy Sugden was back on the sauce. Yeah, I don't like ketchup myself. No, I like HP. Yeah, got some of that in there. Yeah, it's rather nice. And maybe with a little vinegar. That's nice to mix up together. And then every now and again, where I really treat myself with a little bit of Coleman's mustard. That. Oh, that was nice. Lizzie the cleaner was offering a very good service in the Woolpack.
You are joking.
I wish I was, love.
For feeding her own baby.
Sounds like Viv. Stupid woman. Hey, you missed a bit, love.
Well, love.
To your left.
Where?
Up a bit. Got it.
Thanks, Lizzie. Meanwhile, in Cafe Hope, Jenny was off on a blind date. But who would she meet?
Joe, it's going to be a disaster. All I want is for Daniel Craig to sling me over his shoulder and... What if I get Harry Hill?
You see, I'm in a quandary. I mean, I like Daniel Craig, but then I like Harry Hill. Which is better? There's only one way to find out. See you after the break. Come on, Craigie! Welcome back to the TV Bird Review of the Year. Man kicked in the groin by a ghost on the Royal.
Carry on like that, you'll have more sand on the green than you will in the bunker. All right, all right.
Madonna gets a nose job on the Tudors.
Well, lady, are you stripped now?
And Ben Fogle hit by a stray pancake on thin ice.
Is no stranger to adventure.
Yeah, I like Ben Fogle's show On Thin Ice. In particular, I like James Cracknell's hairy hat.
We have got a slight team dynamic problem cropping up in that I think he's annoyed that he felt he's been asked to do too much.
That's nice, isn't it? The James Cracknell hat. My favourite quiz of 2009 was Britain's Best Brain on 5, presented by the winning team of Zoe Ball and Jamie Theakston. It's quite complicated, this. To be honest, I struggled to follow the rules. Give up. I don't understand the question. Give me another one.
Here is your first question. Run it back. The answer is Johnny Depp.
Who's this programme aimed at? Cows? Britain's Best Cow Brain? But like all great quizzes, you've got to have your catchphrase. Well, Jamie?
Inflate the balloon!
Inflate the balloon!
Inflate the balloon!
Well, it's not exactly...
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop making sausages.
Nor is it...
Start the machine.
And it's not.
Activate the cube.
It's not even.
Let's remove the shroud.
And it's certainly not. Bring on the wall! But at least it's not.
Bring on the wall!
So be thankful for small mercies. Now, how does that old Billy Ray Cyrus hit go? Don't break my heart, my...
They look pretty tasty, but how will they square up to my eggy bready pud?
This was, of course, River Cottage with our old friend Hugh Fernley Whittingstall, who I've never met. It seems his toilet has been on the blink.
I've had peas in the ground outside for nearly 2 months now.
Oh, well, never mind. Which brings us to our TV highlight of the year.
TV highlight of the year.
Are you all right there, Mr. Elliot? Oh!
I've rented out the room upstairs to a wedding party. Living's 4 weddings and in which weddings compete to see which is best. And I know what you're thinking, not another one of those type of shows, and I quite agree, so I didn't watch any more of them. Coronation Street now, and poor Joe was in a terrible state. Well, you know what it's like when you can't find what you're looking for. You looking for these, Joe? Sorry, I borrowed them. I thought I had a touch of swine flu. They are good, but they do make your tongue go red. This was the year that Darren Brown predicted the lottery numbers. But let's see if, like Darren Brown, I can predict the outcome of the Betty Turpin's handbag medication lottery. Right, let me think, yeah.
Blood pressure. Cholesterol. Angina. Oh, what's that one?
That's what I predicted. Hey, look. Yeah. And if you're wondering how I did that, here's how.
Blood pressure.
Earlier in the year, I watched Coronation Street, and as Betty withdrew the items from her handbag,
Angina.
I wrote them down.
Oh, what's that one?
Then, whilst I played the clip to the viewers at home, I quickly wrote down the words on the balls using a pen. However, in my haste, I got one wrong and had to erase it. Then I spilt the Tipex all over the desk. I quickly tried to wipe it off with some Mr. Muscle in a cloth. But it still left a slight mark, so I substituted the desktop for a new one. It was extremely tiring work, so I stopped for a short break. Before carrying on and finishing the new tabletop. Then, when the clip finished, I simply pretended nothing had happened. That was what I predicted. That's me out of the magic circle. The autumn saw the return of Strictly. I like the game of Spin the Dancer they played. It's a variation of Spin the Bottle. You've got to kiss Len Goodman. On the other side was our own The X Factor, which reminds me, I must just do a quick dental checkup on Daniel. Open wide. Let's have a look in there. Gold tooth, back left, filling back right. See you in 6 months' time. My favourite contestant was Ollie. Not for his singing, no, but for his dancing. How does he do that thing with his neck? Have a good time, good time. Oh, that's made my neck a little bit... Of course, 2009 saw not just The X Factor, but Britain's Got Talent, the show that gave us Susan Boyle, or Subo, as they call her. Actually, I fancy a bit of Subo wrestling. Thanks, Knitted.
My pleasure, Harry.
Actually, Subo and Heather, those two, they'd make a good double act.
In the air, crazy horses riding everywhere. On a show where they go across the sky, yeah. Crazy horses on the ride of it, you and I. Crazy horses. Crazy horses. Crazy horses. Crazy horses.
Well, if that's not entertainment, I don't know what is. That's all from us here. Have a happy new year.
The man's a genius. Well, the laps continue on Boxing Night with Ant and Dec's Christmas show at 7:30. Then the Websters of Coronation Street take on the Kings of Emmerdale in All-Star Family Fortunes at 8:45. But next, even more Harry Hill. Your Christmas You've Been Framed is coming up.
Thursday evening on Scottish.
I think I've got flu.
Flu, do me a favour.
Why, what do you think it is?
Can you stand the truth?
Yes?
Malaria.
Well, you better find her. And quick.
That's Thursday evening on Scottish.
And that look at Thursday viewing on Scottish brings us to the end of programmes tonight, and the time now is just coming up to 12 minutes past 1 o'clock. And tomorrow all programmes are as billed in TV Times, except that we've an extra cartoon at 1:55 in the afternoon. Scottish Questions will be 5 minutes later than advertised at 10:35, and America's Top 10 will also be 5 minutes later at 11:20. We'll be on the air again at 9:25 in the morning following TVAM, but until then, from all of us here at Scottish Television, a very good night to you. For some Wednesday late night listening, tune into Radio 4th now if you're in the Edinburgh area, where Tom Wilson brings you 5 hours of music in Nightclub. On Radio Clyde now in the Glasgow area, Jim Walsh brings you Kinda Blue till 2, and then Nighthawk with music and features through the night until 6 in the morning. That's Wednesday night listening on Radio's 4th and Clyde.
Go to bed, Spotty.